They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go to Johnson again. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
After the interception, here's Griffin. And incomplete to open things up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Throwing again. Griffin. Caught on the right side by Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Griffin. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And still for me, with the injuries, every time he carries that football, you just kind of hold your breath, don't you?
You have to, because you noted it. The injuries in the past have derailed his career up until this point. Now we're seeing some more evidence of him using his legs again, but he does have to be careful. They need him out on the field.
Yeah, RG3, you got to have him out there, so explosive. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Play action. Now Griffin. Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And tough starting field position here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys for moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And now running right through it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Griffin. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And the wideout in motion. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Again, it's Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On 1st down, Griffin. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. Dancing under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Griffin. And he's got Snead. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Caught right side, it's Snead. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. From the red zone now, here's Griffin on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw is RG3. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Second and goal to still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Play here, 3rd down and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you really seek.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 16.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, here's Griffin. Over the middle, open is Thomas. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 more there and another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On third down, Griffin. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's Roethlisberger on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And some room to roam now. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Shift together here from the D-line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 23. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. Out of the gun, Griffin. Brought in left side by Snead. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On second down, Griffin. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Third down here.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Third and long. It's Griffin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Johnson. Room here to run. Oh, no, he lost the football.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27th.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now Griffin on first down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw on second down. Griffin. And Jones has it over the middle. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. On first and 10, Griffin buying time to his left. Finding room inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Play action. It's Griffin. They'll roll him out right. Fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.